Well, the fact of the matter is, Don Wells told me personally that he bent Benny Keys over on the couch. So, yeah, literally, gave him drugs, went and hit, took him to the couch, bent him over. Don Wells confirmed all that.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Ernie Shell's out of jail and at it again. I don't think anybody needs me to explain or call Don Wells to see if he porked Benny Keys. Man, if you're an OG to this channel, you should know I'm no fan of Benny Keys. But truth is truth. Now, the fact of the matter is Ernie Shell he's a trashy pimp that's been around these streets a long time, a scammer, everything in between. And he's been exploiting the Summer Wells case for far too long. I've been getting messages and messages and messages about this guy, and people have been wanting me to react to this guy. But in a moment, I'm going to play you one of the most treacherous lies and one of the most disgusting voicemails you'll probably ever hear on YouTube. But I want to be very clear. I didn't really want to make this video. Ernie Shell's a nobody. This video probably won't even get any views. He's a nobody, and that's why I've been ignoring it. And I wish everybody would ignore him. But he's one of those things that just doesn't go away, right? He's like a hemorrhoid, literally. Probably smells like one too. He ban evades. It's like his 50th channel, right? But at this point, what's going to have to take him to go away is, hey, look, I've been in the mood of calling parole officers and probation officers. And that's just what I'm going to do after you hear this voicemail. So I will hold a live stream after you watch this video, and we will do it live like I always do all the time. People will get ass hurt. People will get butt hurt. People will get offended. I don't care. I don't like people like this. For a long time, I was totally against cancel culture. I was totally against that. I was totally against censorship. Y'all know how I vote. Y'all know where I stand. But at the end of the day, we have to realize that there's always going to be censorship. Some of you may not like to hear that, but it's the truth. Do you want to log on to social media and look at child porn? Probably not, because they censor it. What is the difference? I mean, it's far and few between, but when you have grieving parents with missing children, they do not become a target for your bullshit. It's not okay. It's not all right. And you don't get to make the most redundant, ridiculous, and moronic lies up about them. Hurtful things, kick people when they're down. It's just not cool. And that's why I do think Ernest should be canceled. I'm tired of seeing his name. I'm tired of hearing his lies. And right now there's a little movement, as I've been learning, and people are trying to get this done. So I'm with you guys. So if you see this video, if you watch this video, if you know any channels who are covering this, talking about this, please get me the information, the probation officer's name, because I will call. And if you don't think so, check the resume. But what I want to play for you next is exactly why I feel like this.
Enjoy.
Hey, sorry about that. I dropped my phone. Okay. Okay. Listen, anyways, all right. Anyways, when I was saying, remember when you talked to Don Wells and he told you Candace killed Summer? Well, supposedly it's going around on the internet that Candace said that Don killed her with a hammer.
No.
Really?
I know he didn't. More upset about it than everyone else. He can't fake being that upset.
Well, who knows? Didn't he try to sell his first 2 kids, I heard?
No. He used to be a very bad meth addict. He got off meth.
Oh, well, I thought when Summer went missing that they were having meth parties over there. That's what some of the neighbors said.
I don't believe everything that's being said because I talk to Don on a regular basis.
Yeah.
That's all it needs to be.
Well, what did Dawn say? Like, how did she even kill Summer?
Strangulation.
Oh, because it's on the internet that Dawn killed her with a hammer.
There was no blood splatter, no sign of murder or anything like that. It was done with strangulation with a belt. The mother strangled her daughter with a belt in the past or something that she used to do with kids.
But she won't tell where Summer's body is?
No, she fed the body to pigs.
Oh, that's disgusting and gross.
Yeah. And he wasn't around. He was in jail when it happened.
No. Not that I know of.
He was in jail when it happened.
For what?
Drugs, possession of methamphetamine, not paying charges.
So now you have a different timeline. Let's just say, put a light emoji in the chat. Now let me show you what I'm getting at. Hold on one second, bud. Hold on one second, bro. I'll let you have a second. Now here's the thing. This throws the timeline of Summer's disappearance off. And I'm going to show you a very different timeline. I'm glad somebody caught that. I am glad somebody
All right, there's so many holes in this story. I don't even know what is to even start off with. First off, if this was remotely true, why is the moron lady, whoever this is, leave it in the comments, or the dude, why are they having a conversation about it? Why didn't they rush it to the TBI? Second off, on that point, they probably did, with this fabricated, planned voicemail, give it to the TBI, which exactly what the TBI has asked the public multiple times. Don't send in shenanigan tips revolving the case, right? But in this extravagant lie, right? It's so ridiculous. Like, Donna is just going to tell somebody one day, yeah, you know what happened? Killed her with a hammer. No, because the TBI could trace that. The investigators could get that call and everything. There's a million people. Do I even have to break this down? Don was in jail well after Summer went missing for a DUI. What is this meth parties? That doesn't even make sense. Anybody who's had any substance abuse problems out there, shout out to you. Like, people who do meth, they don't throw parties. They get meth and keep it to themselves, right? They're if you're doing meth like that, you're not even sharing it. You maybe give somebody a line. You don't say, hey, everybody come over, got meth for you. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't even work like that with cocaine. You have to have a lot of money to do that. It is the most, everything about this voicemail is just like straight up retarded. It doesn't make sense. But this is the type of games Ernie Shell does. It would not surprise me that he had one of his tiger morons, that this is all pre-planned, right? Call him and say this. It's just, if you listen to that, I'm not breaking down a lot because I know a lot of you follow the case. I know a lot of you called it out, just like that you called him out. He don't even have his timeline right, or the dude in the fake voicemail. So I don't have to sit up here and break it down. Y'all know the case. This is ridiculous. The two clips I played from this moron's live, there's people who do not like Don and Candace. They don't agree with them. They feel differently about the case, and that's okay. They don't even believe this shit. The thing is, this is what this asshole does to families. He's fresh out of jail. For God's sakes, the guy claims he's got the HIV. He's got the ninja. What are you doing playing on YouTube, harassing the parents with missing children? Go fix your AIDS. Do something other than this. But he's been canceled. Shout out to the person who did that. I know them. And I know I have a few members of mine that will get me the guy's probation officer. I don't like calling probation officers. I don't want that to be a thing on YouTube. But I don't like people who involve themselves in around families with missing children. Okay. At night media is different. Okay. It's different. But this guy's an asshole. He's just straight up lying, spewing propaganda right, on these parents. Man, these people have been chilling. It's been years since Summer has gone missing. There's no updates. Everything on YouTube that people try to say, every stupid theory that people try to come up with and blame these parents with, it seems very consistent with exactly what's going on in Sebastian Rogers' case with Chris and Katie. Well, guess what? In each case, every theory, none of it pans out to anything because that's all it is. You have moron couch detectives that don't know what they're talking about, that just cause harm to the families. So we will have a live. Get me the info. I will call a parole officer. That's what's going to have to take to get these assholes off here. It is what's going to have to take it. And it's disgusting that you go to jail for a few months and you come out with no change, with no new motive, nothing, just the same old dumb shit. It wasn't a few months ago that this moron tried to direct his bullshit at Whiteboy. He made up some fake beef, said he was in my city, and tried to make up some extravagant lie about a fight we were supposed to have until I barely caught the ass end of this. Thank you to my supporters. And I caught him on a live. I made him feel about this big. All this guy does is lie. And he's been exposed about all his lies and all his scams a million times over. At this point, I'm not even going to sit here and try to convince people why they should not listen to him. You are straight up a fool if you do. But what he's not going to do is keep attacking my friends. I'm not going to go for that. You got rules that you got to live by. You can play on the internet and talk about whatever you want. But I value my friendships. And these people are going through stuff you never know, Ernie. So what you're not going to do is continue to do this. I promise you, you're going to stop. That's all I got to say, people. Get me the info.